As the doctors continue their strike over the death of a junior doctor at RG Kaur Medical College, the Calcutta High Court reprimanded the state government. Meanwhile, the Congress party announced plans to intensify their agitation for a joint parliamentary committee probe in Hindenburg report. Hi, I'm Charulata Biswas and you're watching the Indian Express. Let's get started with today's news updates. The Calcutta High Court has ordered a CBI probe into the alleged rape and murder of a 31-year-old junior doctor found dead in a seminar hall at RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata on Friday. Earlier, a team from the National Commission for Women visited the hospital for investigation. The National Human Rights Commission of India has taken suo motu cognizance of the reported death under mysterious circumstances. This is what the Calcutta High Court said.
Calcutta High Court has ordered CBI probe in the case of the rape and murder of a 31-year-old junior doctor who was found dead in a seminar hall at RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata on Friday. The Calcutta High Court on Tuesday asked why a murder case was not registered at the outset and an unnatural death case was initiated into the alleged rape and murder of a woman doctor at state-run RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital. Chief Justice T.S. Sivagnanam put forth the question to the West Bengal government lawyer when he claimed that an unnatural death case was registered as there is no immediate complaint of the murder. To this, the division bench presided by the Chief Justice said that the body of the postgraduate trainee was not found on the roadside and the superintendent or the principal of the hospital could have filed the complaint. Now, the body of the doctor who was allegedly raped and murdered inside a seminar hall of the RG Kaur Hospital was found on Friday morning. A civic volunteer was arrested in this connection on Saturday. The Chief Justice also said the murder was so gruesome that the doctors and interns were justified in venting their anguish. Junior doctors and interns across West Bengal and across the nation continued their cease work on Tuesday as well, protesting against the incident and demanding adequate protection to the hospital staff. The High Court said the state should hold a dialogue with the agitating doctors. The division bench also observed that something is missing in the probe and asked whether the then principal of the medical college, Sandeep Ghosh's statement was recorded, to which the state lawyer answered in the negative. Addressing another controversy, the bench questioned how the principal of RG Kaur Hospital, who submitted his resignation, was reinstated as principal of Calcutta National Medical College and Hospital within hours. The bench also asked his counsel to produce both the resignation letter and the subsequent appointment letter when the matter will be taken up. Meanwhile, the state's lawyer claimed that a transparent probe is being conducted into the case by Kolkata police. On a direction by the bench, the West Bengal government produced the case diary at 1 p.m.
Besides, our reporters from the Indian Express visited the RG Kaur Hospital where the crime took place. This is what the victim told her family in a last call to her parents.
Smriti, if you could tell me what exactly happened that very night.
So Primanko, right now we are standing just outside this emergency building and I'm chilled to the bone when I'm talking about this entire thing. So it was Thursday night at 11 p.m. when the family of the victim spoke to the victim for the last time. She was all good, all well, sounding very happy. She said, she told her mother that you guys go and have dinner, go catch sleep, I'm fine, I'll take dinner and then I'll wrap up my last work and I'll also go to sleep. So that was the last conversation that the family had and it was on Thursday 11 p.m. And rest, after that what happened we all know. On Friday, the parents of this girl, this 31-year-old doctor who was pursuing PGT second year chest medicine was found dead and she was, half naked. It was very visible that she was sexually assaulted and it was a clear case of murder.
Moving ahead to political news, the Congress party has announced a nationwide agitation on August 22nd, demanding a joint parliamentary committee probe into the Hindenburg report.
The meeting of the General Secretaries and in charges and PCC President unanimously supported that view and we have adopted that there will be a massive national level agitation on 22nd of August throughout the country. In state headquarters, we will gharav the Enforcement Directorate office.
The Supreme Court closed contempt of court proceedings against Yoga Guru Ramdev and Patanjali MD Acharya Balakrishna on Tuesday. This was in connection with a plea by the Indian Medical Association accusing them of making critical statements about modern medicine. The two-judge bench presided over by Justice Hema Kohli accepted the apology, but with a warning. The Supreme Court on Tuesday closed the contempt of court proceedings against Yoga Guru Ramdev and Patanjali MD Acharya Balakrishna. This was in connection with a plea filed by the Indian Medical Association accusing them of making statements critical of modern medicine. The two-judge bench presided by Justice Hema Kohli accepted their apology and left them with a warning. Justice Hema Kohli said that though their initial conduct prior to their tendering apology showed that the same was in violation of the undertakings given to this court, after they tendered the apology, efforts have been made by them to take steps to make amends. The Supreme Court had come down hard on Ramdev and questioned the size of the public apology issued by Patanjali Ayurved over misleading advertisements. The company had issued another unconditional apology in newspapers on April 24th, which was bigger and more prominent. Justice Kohli said, and I read out from the conclusions of the judgment, quote unquote, "This was not only by expressing regret for their conduct on affidavit and in person, but also by taking steps to publicize the apology tendered by them through advertisements published prominently in national and regional newspapers." But accepting the apology, the bench also added, quote unquote, "At the same time, they are cautioned to strictly abide by the terms of their undertakings. Any future intransigence on their part, whether by act, deed, or speech, that could tantamount violating the court order or dishonoring the terms of the undertakings shall be dealt with strictly, and the ensuing consequences could indeed be grave." The court had summoned Patanjali MD Acharya Balakrishna for allegedly flouting an undertaking given to the court. The court was upset over a press conference held by Ramdev on November 22, 2023 in Haridwar, which allegedly violated the undertaking, and an advertisement issued by the company on December 4, 2023, after it had assured the court on November 21st that it would not make any casual statements claiming medicinal efficacy or against any system of medicine. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena nominated Delhi Home Minister Kailash Gehlot to hoist the national flag at the Independence Day event at Chhatrisal Stadium. This decision came after the General Administration Department of Delhi stated that Minister Atishi could not be authorized to hoist the flag on August 15th, as requested by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who is currently in Tihar jail. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena nominated Delhi Home Minister Kailash Gehlot to hoist the national flag at the Independence Day event at Chhatrisal Stadium. The decision came after the General Administration Department GAD of Delhi stated that Minister Atishi could not be authorized to hoist the flag on August 15th, as requested by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who is currently in Tihar jail. Now, this has led to a conflict between the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi and the LG's office. The GAD explained that since Arvind Kejriwal is in jail on corruption charges, he cannot authorize Minister Atishi to perform the flag hoisting. GAD Minister Gopal Rai had directed the department to arrange for Atishi to unfurl the flag per the Chief Minister's wishes. Arvind Kejriwal had written a letter to the LG last week indicating that Atishi could hoist the flag in his place at the Delhi government's Independence Day program. However, the LG's office claimed they had not received any such communication from the Chief Minister. The Delhi government's Independence Day function is held annually at Chhatrisal Stadium, where the Chief Minister usually addresses the gathering. In other news, Dera Sacha Sauda Chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh was released from prison on Tuesday morning on a 21-day furlough. Here are the fresh updates in this case.
Dera Sacha Sauda Chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh was once again released from prison on Tuesday morning, this time on a 21-day furlough. Singh was released from Rohtak Sonaria prison at 6:30 am on Tuesday and will be staying at his Dera in Uttar Pradesh's Bagpat. His release comes ahead of the assembly polls scheduled to be held in Haryana this October. The Dera chief is serving a 20-year jail term for the rape of 2 women disciples at his ashram in Haryana's Sirsa. The repeated paroles and furloughs given to the Dera chief had been challenged in the Punjab and Haryana High Court. Tuesday's release on furlough comes days after the High Court disposed of a petition that challenged the grant of temporary release to him. While rejecting the plea filed by the Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee, the court had observed that it should be considered by the competent authority without any favoritism. The High Court left it to the Haryana Prisons Department to decide on the Dera Chief's application seeking furlough.
Well, that's all for today, but leaving you with the visuals of the Tiranga rally taken out on the world's highest Chenab rail bridge with this 750-meter long Tiranga.